everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to another day in my 2022 holiday card series. I believe this will be the last video where I am mass producing cards. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. I've been talking lots. So, in today's video, I am using more tags to create cards for you guys. This has been so much fun. It's been such an eye-opening experience, and you guys have seemed to really love the videos where I've been mass producing. So these are going to be way more simpler than the ones you saw earlier in the week. These are going to be a bit more scaled down, but just as cute and just as fun. So before we head over to the craft table, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm at TheJollyFatElf. But without further ado, let's head over to the craft table and I'll walk you through today's video. All right, friends, so maybe these didn't turn out as simple as I had hoped or thought they would, but in this video, I'm only sharing with you, oh, that is why I completely forgot. I looked hours for that stinking elf, and now I remember that 2 of them were misprinted. Oh my word, Misty, you dodo bird. That's what happens when you start projects weeks and then it takes you weeks to get back to it. Anyway, okay. So in this video, I'm only sharing with you the character ones. And I'm not sharing with you all of the character ones because they basically were the exact same layout, but just different characters. And all of them went on action wobbles. So I'm really excited for these. Now, these are going to be sold individually rather than as a group. If you're interested in any of the sets, let me know. Most of them are sets of 10, and the only way they differ is the background paper. Now, the one reindeer that I'll tell you about later and this snowman are the 2 that have the exact same paper for all 10 cards. And you can see up at the top of the screen that there are other cards that I made. But once I got into today's crafting, I thought, you know what? Because I literally just finished these. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday. And this video is going up tomorrow. I literally just finished these. So I figured I would just share with you the fun ones because the other ones are just literally me gluing. But these are actually like, putting the wobbles on and all sorts of things. So I figured while you're watching that, I could talk to you about an experience I had the other day. I want to talk about design teams. So as you guys know, I am on a couple of them right now. I am the video content creator with Stamp Anything. And then I'm also on the scrapbookpal.com design team again. So someone I follow on Instagram was like, hey, this company that she currently designs for they're doing a design team call and they want people to do YouTube videos. And I was like, oh, cool. That would be fun. I went and looked at their designs. I thought their designs were hella cute. Like I was like, okay, I'll apply and we'll see what happens. So they were supposed to contact people, in December. And I thought, no worries, whatever. So I got contacted actually really quickly. And, I was like, whoa, because I was like, you're always really because I remember getting I applied for Whimsy stamps a few years ago and getting that rejection letter sucked. And their team is super talented, but it really plays sometimes into my imposter syndrome where I'm like, oh, am I really good enough to do all this? Anyway, I'm getting off track. So I get this email and I'm stupid excited for it. And then I start reading it and I'm like, oh no. So let me tell you what I'm doing here. So I didn't want to take out the holes in the tags because this was literally his hat. So for the ones that it didn't really work out, I just put a piece of washi tape on the back of the tag so the hole wouldn't pop out. And I think it turned out really cute. So I was reading it and it's, they wanted several videos a month. They want you to, participate in IG hops, etc. And it's a 6-month term. Okay, no problem. And then it was like, and you can choose a couple of stamp sets that you want to design with. from the release. And I thought, well, that's really cool. Because a lot of times, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit kind of thing. And I was like, oh, that's okay. No problem. But then I got to the point where it's like, well, our dyes are expensive, so you have to pay for them. And I'm like, okay. But not only do you have to pay for dyes, but you also have to pay for stencils or anything else that you want from them to create these projects. And I was like, okay, I've done it before. I can understand things are expensive, et cetera, et cetera. So I get into the design team. Normally most companies will send like an NDA that says you can't talk about their secrets or whatever. But also they will send like an agreement, a design team agreement saying, this is what you agreed to do. This is what we're going to do. It's kind of like a contract, except of course it's not really a contract. But so I'm reading through this contract and I get to the part where it says, you have to pay for shipping. And I was like, okay, let me get this straight. You're going to send me 2 stamp sets a month, maybe at the most, which are probably worth about, I don't know, $15. They may be $15 a piece, but that doesn't mean that's what they paid for them, right? You want me to buy my own dies. You want me to buy my own stencils, and you want me to pay for shipping. So let's just talk about videos. So I have a video going live for scrapbookpal.com on Monday. And in that, I had to use the stamp set, the dies, and the stencils. So when I color or something like that, depending on how many images I'm coloring, the size of the image, etc., it can take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to color. I'm a little bit slow, but I also like to take my time. That way I don't screw up. And that's just coloring. And most of their stamps are ones that have to be colored. So I'm like, okay. And then you have the rest of the card making on top of it. And that's just production. Then you have the editing. You have to take the photos. You have to edit the photos. You have to edit the video. You have to get everything uploaded, scheduled, social media, all of the things. So you're talking about, could be up to 15 hours a month for 2 videos. And you're telling me all that you're willing to give me for that, for the work, number one, are 2 stamp sets that I have to pay for you to ship them to me. So there's that point of it. But also, it's supposed to be a 2-way street, right? It's like, yeah, you're getting free product, but you should also be getting, they should be promoting you on their social media, etc. But they're also getting access to my followers and my subscribers. So you're going to send me an $8, like $15 worth of stamps in a month, but you want all of this work from me. It's not worth it. That doesn't even work out to be like $1 an hour. I was like, no. And I initially thought maybe I would explain why I said no. And then I was like, no, I just was like, after reading through the information, I just don't think this is going to be a good fit for me. What I really wanted to say was, I'm on a fixed income. Like, I'm on fixed income. And and I am disabled. So if you want all of this work from me, I shouldn't have to pay for product. And I damn sure shouldn't have to pay for you to ship that product to me. Because if we're going to do that, there's no reason for me to be on a design team, right? So I guess it's more of like a cautionary tale for you. I mean, it can be so excited to have someone recognize your work and be like, yeah, your work is great and I can't wait to work with you. But then it's like, it's supposed to be a mutually beneficial relationship. And on top of that, I'm not responsible for where you choose the manufacturer. I'm not responsible for how much you pay for dyes, etc. Every company should have a marketing budget, and design team materials can be deducted. They're a business expense if you deduct them as a What am I trying to say? Misty. Like, it's part of your marketing budget. So it was completely disheartening. It was completely unrealistic. And I just want to caution you that it can be really excited for someone to say, hey, I want you on my design team, but here's this, and this that I want from you. And all you're getting from me is a little bit of free product. So it's cautionary tale. And there are people that do it. Clearly there are people that do it. Because again, I was following someone on social media, but I never heard of this company. And I wouldn't have heard of this company unless they promoted them on Instagram. So it's like, again, it's supposed to be mutually beneficial. And I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. And maybe I'm taking it too personal or something, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, why do I even want to represent your company when I can just, go to whatever store and just buy what I want? You know what I mean? So just remember that your time and your effort has more worth than just 2 free stamp sets a month. But that's not me discouraging you from applying for design teams, because I still do it. But at the end of the day, just really evaluate if your effort and what you're putting in is worth what you're going to get out of it. So anywho, I basically did the same exact layout on all of these cards. This is all the paper that I'd cut from Miss Kate. And they all measure 4 by 5.25. And then I got these card bases that measure 4.25 by 5.5. So I hate these card bases. I picked up Ohuhu. I don't remember. I know they make markers. So they had this set and I ran out and I was like, I really need these tomorrow rather than, on the weekend. So the good thing about these is they're heavy. I mean, like heavy. They have to be 120 pounds. I don't even remember what they said on Amazon. But the issue I had is there are divots where they were cut. And they weren't scored all the way. So I had to go through and use like the little Tombow, what's it called? It's supposed to be like an ink spot eraser, but basically what it does is sand the paper. I had to do that for all of them. And I made, how many did I make today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 80 cards today. 70 cards today. And I was just like, oh. So while the other ones were a little bit thinner, they were much nicer and easier to work with. So yeah. Dang neat and convenient. And that's really disheartening too. Because like I said, it's a marker company, but it's like, I don't know what they did in manufacturing, but they just work great. I highly would not recommend those. But yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where my thoughts are. Now deep thoughts with Miss De Levine. But yeah, just know your worth and just realize that unless they have a huge following, like how is it going to benefit you? Because again, they should be mutually beneficial. So all of these cards will be available in the Etsy shop per usual. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Misty, that's unprofessional. I apologize. Anywho, the Action Wobble ones are going to be listed individually, but if you're interested in these sets or a set, let me know. Or you can buy however many you want, and then I'll, like if you want all 10, you can go ahead and purchase them, and then I'll figure out a price. I don't know how we'll do it. Just message me at TheJollyFatElf@gmail.com or over on my Etsy shop if you're interested. The last few cards I'm going to show you do not have wobbles on them, and so those will be a little bit less expensive, but they will also come in their sets. So yeah, anywho, that's it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. I hope you had a good Black Friday and all of the things. I cannot believe that I'm filming this on December 1st, doing this voiceover on December 1st. That's just wild. That's just kind of wild. So I did the gingerbread off camera, and I did that one Rudolph off camera. just because there are already so many. And then here's a look at the other ones that will be available in their sets. But yeah, so anywho, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, these will be available in the Etsy shop. It's listed down below. I think I have like 500 cards in there. I swear. I've made a lot of cards this year. I've made more cards this year than I've ever made before. So I will be back Monday for more in the holiday card series. I am going all the way until Christmas Day, so be sure to check that out. But other than that, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.